The strongest person, I would say, is Vicky Bai. So Vicky is very, very diplomatic. I call him like Prime Minister, President. Like he's very diplomatic. Munawar said to me, Navid, I think 60% of the people in Bigg Boss don't know the game. They're just going with whatever is happening. I said to Kanzada, I think my connection with Abhishek is a lot stronger than you and him, to be honest. If I was in the house longer, something could have blossomed with me and Abhishek, honestly speaking. And some of the contestants were very, very bad. I was asking them to translate certain things, but they were giving opposite. Or they were giving me wrong translation to try and manipulate. I totally, I've learned about the culture, like the Indian culture so much, and I love it. And the respect. Like, for example, if I hit here, they'll be like this.
Yeah.
And I just, it's so lovely. Navid, apne mic pehen le, apne mic ठीक से पहन ले.
Hey, hello everyone. This is your Bollywood spy यानी कि आरजे दिव्य सोलगोंर इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद है बिग बॉस से नाविद.
Hello, namaste. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
But Navid, I have lots of questions.
Yes.
थोड़ा हिंदी, थोड़ा English mix करेंगे हम. But शुरुआत करते हैं आपके हिसाब से. Who's the strongest player in the house? Who has the best and the superb game?
The strongest person. I think strongest would say is a Dimag. You said in Hindi Dimag, right?
Yeah.
Dimag, I would say, is Vicky Bai.
Oh.
Vicky Bai, he's a strong player because he's watched previous seasons of Bigg Boss, so he exactly knows how to play the game. So I think potentially he will win Bigg Boss.
And conversely, weaker contestant who you feel are doing nothing in the house.
There is 3 people right now that's in my mind, and that is Samath, Arun, and Telka.
Okay.
And there's other people as well. There's Rinko as well, to be honest. Jigna. I just feel like they're not showing their true personality. Like Jigna and Rinko, they're lovely, but they're mostly like in the kitchen. Like they're not being like there's not much of them. So I feel like, to be honest, 50-60% of them are not really entertaining. While with me, I've got the sass and I've got that you know what I mean?
Between Munawar and Vicky,
yes,
whom do you think is the mastermind who's playing game from behind and want the good reason behind that? More strategically.
I say Vicky.
Why do you say?
Vicky, he even said to me in private, he was like, Navid, let Munawar think he's smart in the game, but I exactly know what Munawar is thinking. So Vicky is very, very diplomatic. I call him like Prime Minister, President, like he's very diplomatic. He knows exactly what word he says. He's very like, the way he comes across is like, he wants to have you under his wings, to have him like a team. And Vicky's very clever, very clever. He's very smart. I think he will win.
He's the mastermind.
Absolutely.
But between Vicky and Ankita, things are not happening good, and we are watching. People are watching that he's been rude also to her a couple of times.
Yes.
As for you, what went wrong in their interaction?
I've seen sometimes Ankita and Vicky fighting. I don't know if you've seen it, but there was one time where Vicky wanted to basically say, do this to Ankita, and then Ankita did like this, don't touch me, because Ankita, she was very like nervous or agitated, and then obviously Vicky reacted and was very angry. So I feel like if Ankita was in the game by herself, she would perform to the best of her ability. I think with Vicky, for her, it's more hard because it's the husband, no? So she always wants to check he's okay. But Vicky's too much in the game. Ankita is not. She uses her heart. And I told Ankita, I said, Ankita, be strong. You can do this. And before I left yesterday the house, I was like, Ankita, don't lose your focus. You will win. And it was very emotional yesterday, to be honest. I think it was the first time in Bigg Boss where everybody cried. It was one of the most emotional things. And I have a very special connection with Ankita. I love Ankita too much. So she's in my heart.
Did you guide Vicky, or did you, advise him?
I told her, I said, I spoke to Ankita. I said, Ankita, speak to Vicky, like try and resolve everything. Like, don't have the argument, because I said, if you two are good together, you'll be a very strong couple in the house. But I think in that environment is very difficult.
Yeah.
So, but I always pushed her and I always motivated. I said, you can do this.
You're speaking about other couple, Neil and Aishwarya. They're seldomly seen in the house.
Yes.
You have been in the house, for 24 hours. Is there something happening out there? Because we hardly see them on screen.
Yeah, Neil, to be honest, I think Aishwarya, she's a lovely, I love Ashwarya as well, but I feel like Ashwarya, she's a bit lost in the game. She doesn't know. She even told me, she was like, Navid, I don't know what I'm doing like here, or what is the purpose, or what I have to do for the game. So she's lost. Neil as well, but they're going with the flow. Like they don't have a strategy. They're just going with whatever happens. And I think even with Munawar said to me, Navid, I think 60% of the people in Bigg Boss don't know the game. They're just going with whatever is happening, you know?
But speaking about game, Khanzadi and Abhishek,
Yes.
whom do you feel is playing game?
To be honest, I think both of them do not belong to each other. I think personally, it doesn't seem real, the connection. And I said to Khanzada, I think my connection with Abhishek is a lot stronger than you and him, to be honest. And people think it's a friendship, but honestly speaking, I had the purest energy with him. Like I can see that he really cared for me and he always wanted the best. And the way he was crying, it was unbelievable. He was not crying like that for Isha when Summers came in the house. So I thought if I was in the house longer, something could have blossomed with me and Abhishek, honestly speaking.
And what are your thoughts on Manara? Do you feel she's privileged and what Munawar has been giving her attention is unnecessary attention, over attention?
Manara is beautiful, and me and Manara, we have special connection because, we've got friends and family who are in the entertainment industry, like she comes from, from Priyanka Chopra. And with me, I've got like the Campbell family, like Naomi Campbell, who's the fashion model, and they're all friends. So we have that connection. So we even said after we leave the house, we're all going to unite with all the people in the industry, and we're going to have fun. And I think it'll be perfect because it's all about showing who you are. And we're going to like rock Mumbai. Absolutely.
As per you, whom do you feel will be the next one to be out from the house?
I think the next person has to be either Aaron or Tel. Is it one person or should I give you a list?
Yeah, give a list.
Aaron, Telka, Samarth, Rinko, Jigna.
That's a long one.
To be honest, they're lovely people, but they're not I don't think they were entertaining. I mean, Telka was like, Telka bye, tick, 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 or Sai. And I'm like, okay, like, it's getting boring now. Like, okay, you keep saying, like, but where is that energy? I feel like me, and I don't want to sound like me, but I feel like I had a lot more to give and I was a lot more entertaining compared to those people. So, yeah, I think they need to be bye-bye. I don't know how do you say bye-bye, like, or chala chala, chala chala, chala chala, nikal.
That's a good insight on the house.
Sorry.
But speaking about you,
Yes.
did you anticipate such a long journey out there, or were you surprised with your eviction?
I was very surprised. It was very unexpected eviction. And you know what was very annoying? I just think it's so unfair is that they always talked about translation. It takes a long time to translate. And I had a fight with Sana once. I said, you two-faced, two-faced, two-faced. I said, two-faced. Because it was getting too much. Because I said, Bigg Boss is all about being inclusive, no matter which country, religion, race, anything. But the way they were targeting is unfair. And I think I wish this Bigg Boss would have emphasized, you can't use this thing for English or translation. Even Salman sir, in the first week said, guys, you need to be here and support Navid and translate. With Abdul Razik, when I spoke to him, Abdul Razik had somebody that always translated for him what is going on. But with me, I had to keep asking people, what is happening? What is happening? So I think it was unfair. But if I had another opportunity or chance, I think Bigg Boss should really emphasize that, it should be all about inclusivity and not feeling left out.
Or lost in translation.
Yeah. And some of the contestants were very, very bad. I was asking them to translate certain things, but they were giving opposite. Or they were giving me wrong translation to try and manipulate.
That's sad.
Which is very bad. So this is why I had to keep asking 3 or 4 people. But unfortunately, they used that as a weak thing, and they were nominating me for that. And that was it.
You spoke about Sana. Did you forgive her after that entire fight?
To be honest with you, with Sana, it was like a love and hate relationship. But I was very disappointed with Sana because I think Sana was two-faced. Because I was very honest. I said, Sana, this is how I'm feeling. People keep targeting me for translation. She's like, no, Navid, I support you. But she used that again to target. And I'm like, Sana, what kind of friendship is this? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? What is this? and then this is why I kept, saying you're very bad, and I gave her like the, what is it? The I don't know if you saw the episode where I put that thing.
Yeah.
I said, I'm sorry, you're cancelled culture.
But in this entire journey, what are your insights? What did you, as when you came out, what are the things which you have
Yes.
carried with
To
you?
be honest, I totally, I've learned about the culture, like the Indian culture so much, and I love it. Like the food, the outfit, and the respect. Like, for example, if I hit here, they'll be like this.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I just,
so sweet.
it's so lovely. And the culture is really beautiful. And I was learning every day about it. And I was starting to learn how to make roti, add ghee, learning how to make paneer tikka masala, bindi, the vegetable bindi.
Yeah.
So I was learning so much. But I think if I would have stayed again longer, I think I would have even learned the language. But I'm starting to learn Hindi, and learning how people communicate is
Well,
fantastic.
As they say, they never say no, never say never. There are chances that you might go in as wild card. If you go back, what will be your strategies?
If I go back, I will definitely want to progress my relationship with Abhishek, because I think there's something there with Abhishek, and I'm very confident about that. And secondly, I want to also speak to Ankita, which is funny, about the baby, about her potential children, the babies, to start naming them, because literally I told Ankita, I said, Ankita, I want to be like the godfather. Like, I just love you and I want to be there for you. And I think thirdly is to really show that it doesn't matter from which country you come from. It's all about being inclusive. And I hope Bigg Boss can make that difference, because I had so many messages coming saying, Navid, it was very unfair, because I feel like people were manipulating you with translation, or they were not doing it purposely so that they can eliminate you. So I hope there is more emphasis on that, because this show is in 33 countries. Even people in my country, in London, they're watching the show, or the Asian community. So I hope there is this opportunity to show
Be there.
people. Yes.
But after the show, with whom you would like to keep the bond alive, keep it, maintain it, be
Of
friends
course,
with them?
Manara, because Manara, we have that connection in the industry, and I know her as well. Also, obviously, Ankita, she's beautiful. Ashwarya, Neil. To be honest, pretty much with everyone. The only person I might not be in touch with is with Arun. Arun, I didn't, to be honest, Arun, I didn't like. He was very manipulative. He lied. He lied, Arun. He said, I gave him coffee. Not once I gave him coffee. And he said, I gave him paratha bread. I never give paratha. He stole. He come to Makan number 2. He stole. He said, Navi, don't tell anybody. And he went. And then he tell people, no, Navi offered me. I said, huh? What? And I had an argument with him. I said, why are you giving rubbish information? So Aaron, unfortunately, is bye-bye. You have to chal.
Not
I
meet
don't
me.
want.
No, see.
Yes.
Totally.
Go.
So, which are the best Hindi word which you have learned out there?
This is what Bigg Boss I've learned is they say, Navid, apne mic pehen le, apne mic ठीक से पहन ले. Every time Bigg Boss was saying it, it was going in my head. And obviously the morning, like, Bigg Boss was Suprabhat. And then, I was learning all of these words. Yeah. And even I was learning some of the bad words as well. Like when they argue, like, you bakla, bakla means chal. Or the opponent, no. To be honest, so all of this I've learned. In the beginning, I was very scared, to be honest. I didn't know the arguments would be like this. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I was very scared. But then Anjikna was supporting. And then afterward, now I'm starting to laugh. When I see arguments, I laugh. I'm like, they argue about onion, chop onion. I'm like, oh my God, what is this, And I've learned a lot, to be honest. And it's been an incredible experience, honestly.
I would love to see this 2.0 version of you going back and doing it. But lastly, how was that entire interaction with Salman?
Absolutely incredible. And, deep as well, another thing is even Salman actually spoke to my management, and he really liked me, to be honest, on the show. He was very supportive, and I formed a very special connection with him. He's a fantastic man, and I have a lot of respect for him. And I hope to watch his movie as well, Tiger 3, now that it's out. Wonderful man, very wonderful. Lots of respect for him. My whole family love him in London, and it was an honor.
So we wish you all the best for all your future ventures, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you. God bless. Thank you so much.